do I design the life that I want when I don't really know what I want? Well, the first thing is to take some space and some time and really reflect on, if you could wave a magic wand and have anything that you want in your life, what would it look like? So would you want to have a certain schedule? What do you want to be wearing? What kind of conversations do you want to have in your life? Who are the people that you want to be around? And slowly and steadily, you'll be able to start to get a handle on what it is that you want in your life and be able to design what I call a life vision. So a life vision is sort of this ideal life that you want to create. And so when we think of what is an ideal life, we often think 5 years, 10 years down the road. But what we can do if we do this process properly and using the Success Alchemy method that I've designed is we can actually create a life vision and then collapse the timeline so that now it doesn't take 27 steps to get to where you're going. It takes 1 or 2 steps perhaps. It doesn't take 10 years. Maybe it takes 2 years. Maybe it takes 2 months. Maybe you can even become this way tomorrow. But the first step is being very, very clear about what your vision is and being committed to that. Then you have to decide that you want to obtain it, because we can create a vision, right? And we can maybe say, oh yeah, that would be cool, but I'm not really committed to getting it. But you have to decide that you want to get it, because there's going to be work between dreaming it and doing it, right? We can't just dream, we have to do as well. So then we have to identify all the blocks, all the resistances, all the thoughts that are preventing us from having the thing that we've decided that we wanted. And trust me, if you don't have the life that you want right now, there's something that's holding you back from that, whether you're aware of it or not. It could be anything. Like I said, it could be a belief. It could be oh yeah, I want to have this amount of money, but I can't actually get there because no one in my family ever achieved that amount of success. So you unconsciously hold yourself back. Or maybe it's a belief that you're not able to market yourself, or you're not able to speak in public, or whatever it is. There's a wide variety of things. Maybe you believe you're not enough. And so it's identifying and becoming aware of what those limitations and blocks are. What are the prisons in our subconscious mind that prevent us from becoming who we want to be and what we want to achieve in our lives. And then we can really step into our power. So this is where affirmations, a lot of people say, well, I do affirmations and the things that I'm saying, they're just not happening. Well, that's because you're doing an affirmation without doing the first 2 steps. You haven't created your vision, and you also haven't come to terms with the fact that there are blocks between you achieving it and not. So you can only achieve the highest level of where you are now. So you can meditate, you can do your affirmations, you can do all the mindfulness work that you want. But if you're not focusing on your beliefs, your inner workings, you're not going to get as far as you want. And so once you do those 2, now you can step into your power. Now you can incorporate affirmations, you can do meditations, you can start to connect in with your intuition, which is that inner knowing that we all have that we often forget about because we've overridden with overanalysis and overthinking and checking data and asking ChatGPT what we should do and all of these things. So we become disconnected from our inner knowing, because even though AI is amazing, it doesn't, at this point, I don't know what's coming, but it doesn't know us better than we know ourselves. And I would argue that it may never get to that point, because there's always an inner knowing that we can follow. So by doing these steps, now we can become more intuitive about our decision making. It might not always make sense in a linear analytical way, but our inner compass is telling us what we should do. And so that's the next step, followed by incorporating rituals and practices and discipline. And discipline often gets a bad rap because it sounds very rigid. However, discipline can be what gets you from one place to another, and you don't have to be rigid about it. There's a way to do discipline without rigidity. And so in this step, you focus on your rituals, on your practices, on what are you doing each day or each week or each month that is getting you towards this next stepping stone in your life that you want to achieve. And then finally, it's about celebrating that the life that you've created, the one that you dreamed, is here. And so we also do that even from the beginning. You begin to live your life as though you have the life that you already want. So if you have a monetary goal, let's say, you would start to live from the perspective of what would someone who already has achieved this amount of money, what would their life look like? What would someone who has this dream job of mine, what would they do on a daily basis? What would I want to be doing as that person? So you start to live your life as though you already have the thing that you want. And that's how you bring that into the present moment. And now you have it now. So you don't have to wait for these things in this 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, when I retire, when my kids leave the house, when I do this. mindset because you can bring it in right now. And so if this is something that is interesting to you and you're tired of living in this sort of run down, burnt out, I'm always striving, I'm pushing, I'm running, I'm so tired, I'm frustrated, I'm exhausted, then reach out, let's connect, because I have a program that I'm launching next week that's actually beginning next week that we're going to touch on each one of these steps and really walk you through how you can begin to design your life from that life vision step to bringing it into the present moment. So drop your email or connect with me on a DM. We can talk. I'll send you more information. We'll see if this is a good fit for you. And I look forward to supporting you and guiding you as you bring this into your life, like I've done for so many clients and like I've done for myself. So look